Welcome to Save Plays. I'm playing the Outer Worlds again. This is episode 3 of my character that I've been playing. So we'll see what happens as I play. Alright, what was I doing? Get a little bit away. Oh, there it cleared up. Die robot, retrieve a logic module. And then I have the main quest. Where's this? Over there. Let's see if we can do that. Actually, no, let's progress the story a little bit. Deliver the message to Adelaide. Where is she? She's up there too. Might as well cut through town. Delicious salt tuna. Probably marauders around here somewhere. Unless they're still dead. I don't know about things respawning.
Move along, stranger. You don't want any trouble.
I don't want trouble.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
I'm looking for Adelaide. I need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Reed said something about former workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Where can I find Adelaide?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
You and me both. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to repair my ship.
Well, look at you, buzzing around the Aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Unless marauders got to her, then parts of her could be in a lot of places. That's mean. Don't worry about it, I'll find her.
Appreciate it. Honest.
I got questions about Zoe.
I'll tell you what I can.
Any idea where she might be hiding?
Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
You snooped around in her room?
Little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about.
How well do you know her?
Well enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Okay. Let's
What
change
is
the
it?
subject. I'll leave you be. Pay you people to talk to?
That's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Who's Thomas? Is that Thomas? Where's Thomas?
Where are we headed?
You mentioned something
In the
earlier.
bar?
I wanted to ask.
When I asked if you were a drinker?
You sounded worried.
Sorry. I know, it's none of my business.
I'm gonna guess you're not a drinker yourself.
Strong drink makes me sick. And it makes me real sad. I start thinking about things I oughtn't, and then... Well, never mind that. You got better things to think on. Sorry.
If you want to talk about it, I'm happy to listen.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
Right then. Are you Thomas?
Where are we headed?
Are you Thomas?
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
No, you're not Thomas. Definitely not. Parvati? There you are.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
You must be Adelaide.
I I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
Funny, I never knew you could go tripe in a garden. Wow. I'm surprised you managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Looks like you've made a home for yourself out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why did you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Oh boy. You're living off power that belongs to the town. Come back to the cannery. That's about it.
Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Your camp has a power regulator. I need it to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
What have you got
You've
against
seen
the
that miserable
town?
excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
I'll consider
I
it.
trust you will listen to your conscience.
So I have to choose between them. What is that objective? Adelaide proposed that you divert the geothermal plant's output to the botanical lab, depriving Edgewater of power. Let's see, that's in a different spot. That's in the same spot. I kinda like this place better, just because they're not in a space, whatever. And they have pretty trees. I do wonder what's in their fertilizer though. So where's Thomas? Are you Thomas?
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
Oh, you're still not Thomas. There you are.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi, hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no. I'm just along with this lady here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
Just trying to get my ship off the ground.
Never heard it phrased in such a way before. I guess we're all trying to get our ships off the ground, ain't we? Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Today's your lucky day, Thomas. I've got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding! Really? Well, which one?
Part 1 found in the community center archives.
Look at that! Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer.
So that's what that was for.
Glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble.
No, I stole it.
In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Okay. I'll let you know if I find any of the others.
Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
I want to ask you something.
What's on your mind?
How long have you lived here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
What were you doing out in the wilderness?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
I should go. I feel like shooting him, but I will refrain. What's in here? Door I can't open. No. No. These doors I can't open. That's sad. Alright. Frightened engineer. There's one in there. Where's the other one? Let's talk to Parvati.
Something you need?
Thomas seemed very fond of you.
He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda.
Are you sure he nearly fell over when he saw you?
He never told me a word to that effect. And since he didn't, I didn't have to say nothing about feeling different. And nothing had to get weird. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him.
Okay. Search Zoe's home. She took too much Adrena time from the company. She wants to lead a bandit thing. She's gonna turn out being a bandit and I'm gonna have to kill her. Steel poster.
Got it? Inside voices.
I took it. My poster. She's gonna be a bandit queen. That's not the greatest idea.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
Told one of your
mean
numbers
Zoe?
gone missing.
Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
What happened on the day Zoe's disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials, as is our custom. She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Tell me a little bit. Tell me a little about Zoe.
Zoe was always obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
What was that about surprising Zoe?
The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
Hold on, there was something else.
Hey, I got time.
What did you sell?
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
I have junk? Spell junk. I don't know when a good time is to repair stuff. 80% is when I just did it. I don't know. I don't know. Did I loot you? No. I know I looted you.
That was clean.
Uh-oh.
Here they come! Don't mess with us.
That's right. Take his tail. You have no loot. I'm not interested in you if you have no loot. That's Reno.
Easy.
Adrenaline booster. I knocked his head off. shoot. Awareness meters going down. Maybe I get closer. Where's your head?
Incoming!
Uh-oh.
Got 'em all!
Nice job, Zoe. Oh wait, you're not Zoe Parvati. Wow, getting names confused. I'm sorry.
I don't know anybody who ever came out this far.
Smell something?
Hi. Waiting for your friend to come out that door. I guess he's not coming out the door.
Nicely done.
Stand and deliver! No encore?
Okay. Now I think we can talk to Zoe.
Wow, you crossed them all off, like some sort of heroic accountant running down a list. Teach me your ways.
You're Zoe, your people are looking for you.
What, you mean Adelaide's little congregation of nature-loving nobodies? I could not possibly be less interested in them. You, on the other hand, you were a sight to behold. If I had half your skills, I'd be the greatest outlaw the coast has ever seen.
I need you to clarify something for me.
I'm great at clarifying.
Why did you leave camp?
I got kicked out of Edgewater on account of falling sick with plague and stealing some medicine to treat myself. I'd heard some outlaws set up camp in the botanical labs. I decided to throw in with them, seeing as I always wanted to be an outlaw myself. Instead, what do I find but a bunch of former workers camped out around a greenhouse? I couldn't just go back to the cannery, so I was stuck with them.
How are you even alive?
I don't know. The vital processes that constitute the miracle of life are mysterious and unknowable. Oh, you mean around these guys? The Marauders wouldn't hurt me. They love me. I'm practically their queen. Yeah, must be my natural charisma.
I'm impressed. How'd you pull it off?
I may have bartered them a few boxes of Adrena time, but yeah, I'm sure that's got nothing to do with it.
Are you a prisoner here?
No. I insinuated myself into their company, see? And they didn't seem to mind one whit.
There's something else, actually.
I've got all the time in Halcyon.
I've been sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
You should go back. People are worried.
I doubt that. Nobody in that camp really cared about me.
What about Stefan? You two are friends. Oh no, let's do Stefan's planning to surprise you with an episode of your favorite serial.
Wait, you're telling me he's got a copy of The Masked Marketeer? Why didn't you say so? I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
Okay, bye. I need more maglocks. I need all the maglocks. Opens out. Okay. Evicted. There's a mag pick. Mag pick, not maglock. I get it. I know. Oh no! It hurt. You dead robot. Oof, almost a dead me. Grenade launcher. I feel like I would kill myself with that. Can I not loot this guy? Hello? That's all I get for coming up here. Well, I guess your grenade launcher's pretty nice, but... Did I go in here?
Nice.
I think I just got some mods. Extendo site. Magazine damage type to shock. Interesting. I should change my pistol to shock. That'd be fun. Are there posters for a quest? Interesting. Oh, I gotta go turn this quest in. Hi.
What is it?
I talked Zoe into coming back.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
She joined up with a band of marauders. They hadn't heard her.
Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things. You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Okay. Thank you for the money or something. Broken in that minimum effectiveness. Ah, what's broken? What's broken? This pistol that I'm not using? Is there a workbench here? Yes. Let me travel in slow motion towards it because I pushed the wrong button. Modify pistol. Escape. Repair. Yeah, it's this gun that I'm not even using. Fine, I'll repair that. Whatever. Getting expensive to upgrade that. What armor am I wearing? This one? It barely goes up. That's fine. Breakdown. Break down everything that says it's Marauder stuff. Pyramid Ballistics makes the gold standard and entry-level troop protective gear. They make this, plus they make this version. Sneak +7. I should have been upgrading this one. Inspect. Well, that looks neat. This one's pink though. That's medium armor. I need to upgrade your weapons too? Yeah, I do. How do I do that? You can't remove these, but you should swap for better items whenever possible. So I can't remove them to upgrade them, but I can upgrade something else to give them that. Okay. Kinda like that she has tech skills though. Save it after doing all that. Let's do Die Robot before I wipe out that other town, if that's what's gonna happen. Let's cut through the grass. Ooh.
Not a peep from me.
It's an Orthros. Down
they go.
That thing was kind of big. Tossball card Tyson Christensen. Melee weapon mod. Assault rifle. Oh, you have no legs. You're the assistant who came to pick up his stuff? Yeah, that didn't go so well, did it? Right, so I want science and engineering up pretty high. Repair weapons and armor and inventory, I can do that, okay. Tinkering cost minus 50%, that sounds nice. can command your companions to use their special abilities on the enemy you are targeting. Companion 1 ability, Companion 2 ability. CMV. Okay, I got it. Perks. I like the perks. Base health. Walk speed. I think I was gonna do sprint speed. Yeah, let's do sprint speed. Let's see. That's nicer. This might be interesting.
I've always wanted to poke around in here.
Yeah, let's see how well that goes.
Processing data.
What?
We can handle this. Nice one.
Security patrol initiated.
Can't shoot through the fence. Don't get hurt, my body. How'd you get in there? This is gonna hurt, isn't it? I knew it. So how did she get in there?
We can handle this.
I'm trying to break this. That's how. Shot it from behind. Where are you, Pavardi? I don't want you in melee range of stuff. You okay? Alright. These are explosive things. That would have been nice to have figured out. So are the blue barrels. Vending machine discovered. Got some lab outfits. Cool. Sell junk. Buy ammo. What type of ammo does this use? Heavy. Okay. Spend all my money on ammo. Can't go in there. Access file. He has no head. That's my weight. 44 out of 140. Pretty good.
The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
Processing.
Everyone all right?
Yep, but you need to stop doing what you're doing. Behaviors, distance, far, ranged. Let's keep you unranged. Maybe give you a better weapon. How about an assault rifle?
Great work.
That took 2 mag picks to open. Unlock door. Enter passcode. Spacer Thompson. He is working on a logic module. I confiscated it. Should be in my locked away room for the foreseeable future. Alright. Lock away room. There has to be a way to open this. What did that update to? Terminal log in the geothermal plant security office mentioned that the logic unit has been locked in a storage room across the hall. You need to find the key card to the room. Perhaps the security chief had it on him. According to a terminal log, auto mechanicals turned hostile and began attacking the other workers. The plant security chief responded by making his way down to the control room. Right.
All performing.
Really? That didn't kill you? Are you the security chief? No, you're just a worker. Armor mod. Critical damage increase for a gun. Make a map at this place. Doesn't really seem to help me much. Is this the control room? Oh, I can redirect power. Plant status. Operating at 22% efficiency power. It's currently being distributed to Edgewater, Saltuna Cannery, and Botanical Laboratory. I need to get up for a moment. So I will be right back.